What's up, guys? So I'm back with another video. This is episode 2 and cooking ain't that hard, and we are going to be making the Southern classic chicken pastry over rice, guys. You do not want to miss this. So you already know where we're going. Let's head to the kitchen and get them ingredients. So we making chicken pastry. Wait, what's that? What you say?
Gotta go to the food line, get you a couple of drumsticks out there.
We got you, okay.
Yeah, you know.
How many drumsticks is in there?
We got 4 right here. You know, got a little discount, $3.20. That's a good little deal right there. So you might want to shop smart while you're out there. You know.
All right.
You know, we get them skinned on. That's good for your pastry because it gives that nice little taste and texture to it.
Okay.
She thinks it's funny, but this is real life serious.
All right, boom. So with our chicken and pastry, we're gonna have what for the side?
We got a little rice right here, but when I say little, that's literally because that's all she got left, though.
Yes!
She got this little bit of rice. I guess she being cheap, but that is what it is. That's going to be enough rice because you know rice expands as you make it, bro.
Rice for us.
Rice expands as you make it, you know.
Okay.
This right here, did I already say that? That's Ann's dumplings.
Okay.
We ain't talking about that. I don't really know too much about that.
What about our seasonings for our meal today?
Of course, what we got for you, of course, today. Apple cider vinegar.
It would be
organic. You know, that's just to get your taste right, and you know.
Okay, we're actually gonna be using that for the the water for the chicken. Yes. Okay.
Who y'all gonna believe?
Okay.
Okay, cream of celery, whatever that's for too. I ain't never made this.
We're gonna be using it also for the seasoning of chicken for the chicken and pastry.
That's adobo. At this point, I think she's just throwing stuff together, family.
You don't put adobo. You don't put adobo on anything, but especially chicken.
This the first time I seen this is coming to her house. So we
Boy,
talk about this
get
later.
out of here! I definitely been had Goya. All right, what else?
We got a little Lawry's. Everybody know about this. It's Lawry's seasoned salt. That's self-explanatory. We ain't gotta do too much explaining. They got a little Naruto symbol up there, but that's all good too. Leaf Village. This is kind of, you know, they say they all different things, but this is pretty similar. This right here and this is pretty similar, but we're gonna put this in there too because they got a couple of onions and peppers up there. We just gonna make it look good.
Okay.
This right here, you don't know why she need this. If she got seasoned salt, Creole salt, vinegar salt.
Damn,
but we gonna put that in there too,
well, first of all, okay, but when it's all done, who gonna be eating?
I'm gonna eat it because it's gonna be good.
Okay. So there you have it, guys. There are the ingredients.
Healthy with no fat. Apparently, it's no fat in here.
Exactly. Nice, healthy alternatives. That and the organic apple cider vinegar. We start in 2018, into 2018, going into 2019 the right way. Anywho, guys, so those are the ingredients. So we're going to go ahead over to our sink. And we're going to get these drumsticks, go ahead and get them cleaned off. We're going to be rinsing them to go ahead and get all of that icky, nasty store stuff off of there before we throw it in our pot. And I'm not going to take you guys to go wash them off. It's self-explanatory. You guys know how to go ahead and just get it in and wash it off so we don't have to mess up the setup. And then meet me back over here. So I have my chicken here all clean, and I'm going to go ahead and throw them into the pot. So that's all in the pot. Now let's go ahead and throw some seasoning in there. Alright, so we have all of our just clean chicken put into the pot. So now we're going to go ahead and get that seasoning in there. I like to go ahead and put a little bit of black pepper. And this is going to be the base of the chicken, guys, that we're putting in the chicken and pastry. That means this has to be flavorful. Like, unless you want bland shit, then you can't, you know, mess this up. Now, Goya is for chicken, guys. It's all-purpose seasoning, but also it's good for chicken, man. You gotta put some of that in there. And I love my Lawry seasoning salt. And I don't want to hear you guys talking about it's too much seasoning, okay? Because look, I like to eat good, okay? That's all I'm gonna say about that. And I'm gonna just put a little dab of vinegar, just a little squirt, not too much, because too much will make it taste like vinegar. And I did that one time and I was very, 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 very depressed. You just really want to put like a cap full. After we've got it seasoned all well, we're going to fill our pots up with water. Yes, yes, yes. And you want to fill it about midway the pot, because we're going to be letting it boil down once and refilling it, and then it will be all done boiling our chicken that fast, guys. So you want to fill it up to about the handles, with sometimes it's a screw inside for you guys to see, but I just do like about around the bottom of the handle, because we want it to be high and get low, so we can get high and low again. Now, since we've added the water, the chicken is well seasoned. We're just going to leave it on a high setting and just allow it to boil for about 30 to 45 minutes, checking on it periodically. What you're checking for is just to make sure the water isn't getting lower as time goes by. The water will boil down, and you'll have to add more. You are looking for 2 complete boils of the chicken before it's completely done. But no worries, I'm going to update you guys. Just don't worry. Stay tuned. This is what's going on. Now you see, at this point, you should be able to take a kind of whiff of it, and you can kind of tell if you need to add more seasoning, if you kind of like it and how it's going, because this is just going to be the base flavoring for our chicken. Alright, you guys, so this is what I was talking about. So it's been boiling for about 30 minutes now, but I can already see here we got some chicken peeking out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and run over to my sink and get some more water in the pot. Now, where I was telling you the seasoning kind of marks where the water previously was, it's like right here. So I just refill it back up to that point, so we can get that second boil going on. And we're back. So it's getting low again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and pull that chicken out so we can go ahead and skin it up and put it back in there. Do not throw this away. This is going to be our broth that we keep for the juice. It's not really that much in there. It just looks like it's a lot. But yes, it looks good. Alright, so at this point, I am taking my tongs and a fork or a knife, whichever one works best for you, so that I can peel the skin and the chicken off this chicken here. So I pinch it up by the bone like so, and I use my other hand to pull the chicken right off the bone. And at this point, it's so tender, it'll come right off the bone. And it's still kind of reddish. That's fine, because we're still not done cooking it. It's mainly, at this point, it should be mainly like white, but some type of reddish. And then I just take my empty bones and put it off to the side for cleanup later. And be careful, kids, it's hot. It is hot. So another alternative, you could take it out and do this a little bit more safely, but you know, when I cook, I like to go ahead and get in there. I don't really got time to be trying to make a whole bunch of dishes, because after I eat, we laying down, baby. I ain't worried about no extra dishes. So. And you can also turn the heat down at this point. This part of the chicken you do not want in there. It's so annoying to eat somebody's chicken pastry and they got little lumps of that in there. Like, it's not cute. So we're going to fish them out as well. And you don't want the skin, like this part right here. We don't want that. We really just want the meat. I mean, if you got a little bit of pieces of that skin in there, it's fine, but it's not, you know, required or anything. And it's alright if you get a little piece of bone in there or whatever. We can fish it out later on. Or if you serve it and it got a little bone in there, it's like, come on, man. Like, are we 5 or what? And yeah, at this point you want to turn it down because the water is getting low because the chicken pastry is almost done. And you'll need your dumplings off to the side, because we're going to be putting some of them in here in just a moment. I might say this is a 3-step process, and now I'm not too sure. you just want to break that chicken up, like while it's in there, and you want to fish stuff like this out. Definitely want to have like a trash can or something nearby to throw this out. We don't want this. No fats. This is not wanted. Let me get you guys a better look. So what I'm doing is just pulling this meat right off of the bone. Oh. And it is so tender at this point, it literally comes right off the bone. And you just want to pull it and get as much meat off that bone as you can. Now at this point you'll notice your water is significantly lower. It's still some chunks of chicken in there, but that's fine. We don't want to take too much of the cooking process, wasting it on just getting the chicken taken off the bones, because we can do that as we cook it because it's still cooking. Let's throw in our condensed cream of celery. I also use cream of chicken. Sometimes actually I've made a big pot of chicken pastry before and I used both, and it turned out very, very flavorful. So I guess you could do either or, and you're just going to dollop it right into there, whole can. And we use a 5-pack of chicken, so this is, you can do your own ratios from that, you know, not really too sure. And mix that in really good. And we are still going to be working on pulling that meat off. Any little bit you see, any bones you see, we're pulling them right out. And I just have mine on low right now. That's just because, you know, your girl got one hand. And I need to work a little bit slower than I'm showing you guys to get everything out of here. That, you're not welcome. You tried to fool me there. And we're just going to go finish fishing this out. And then I'm going to add the dumplings. Now let's get on to adding these dumplings to our mixture. So I just got Ann's old-fashioned flat dumplings. And you just open them up. And inside, there's sheets of paper. You could kind of throw it out, but I like mine, you know, keep it kind of fresh and frozen. And literally, it comes out in sheets just like this. Hold on. I'm getting ahead of y'all. I'm on autopilot mode. Let's see. It comes in a sheet. You just pull the sheet off, and it comes in little strips like this. And out of all them strips, I just break it in about 4 or 5 pieces like this size. And throw them in there, baby. And it is boiling right nice. We're still going to go back through in just a moment and get that extra chicken bones or any fat we can find in there. And in these sheets, they're about 3 strips per sheet. I probably do about 6 sheets, just depending on how much chicken I have. So I'd probably do about 6 sheets. I'm breaking each strip up into this size pieces, just to give us those dumplings with our chicken. You definitely don't want the ratio to be too far off, so be mindful of your chicken to dumpling ratio. And I really let them cook for about 10 minutes just to really make sure we're not contaminating ourselves or going to be eating frozen pastry. But it's pretty hot in there, so it really don't take that long to cook. But in the meantime, once I get all these pieces out adequately, I'll go ahead and boil some water in my smaller pot, and that's going to be for the rice. This is how I kind of measure it. Just let it sit in there for a little bit, and then just give it a whirl, and I'll just take a look like, do it need some more in ratio to the chicken or not? So at this point, I think it is safe to say my chicken and pastry is done. And it looks like mush, but it tastes amazing, guys. I cannot make this up. And you see how shredded the chicken looks, and I didn't even really do much shredded, just kind of pinching it with the tongue. That vinegar, girl, makes that chicken tender, girl. A little saucepan over here. I am putting some boiling water on. I'm going to put a little dash of salt in there just so it can speed up that process, because we are going to cook our Mahatma Rice. And yes, I only have a little bit, but a little bit of rice actually goes a long way, okay? Like, I didn't feel like going to the store. Mind your business. Let's just turn it down. I talked to y'all about that last time. Turn it down from high to about 7. Ain't nothing, a little sprinkle of rice in there anyway. So that's done. We're gonna go ahead and let that just literally sit at almost like nothing, and put a top on it, and we're gonna finish letting this little bit of rice bubble up, and then we are ready to plate, guys. Literally in about, I think we started at 9:45, and I let this cook for about 55 minutes with those 2 boils, but so easy to remember, just 2 boils. Fill the water up to the top, let it boil down some, fill it up some more, and then you're left with this amazing mixture, literally. And this meal costs about, and dumplings is about $2, $2, $3, $4. Let's be realistic, $3, $4. Then we have the chicken drumsticks that were $3.20, and rice is about $2. So this is about a $9 meal that could feed a family of 4 to 5. Y'all hefty like me and my family, it probably could feed about 4 or 5 people. But if you're a little bit smaller, this will feed a lot of you. I mean, it's a lot in here. But let's take a break, and I'll meet back with you guys for the plate. And now that it's cooling down, look at that. Oh, too close, too close. Sorry, guys. Too close. Couldn't help myself. And I mean, it smells delicious. Literally looks the same way as anyone who's homemade, but it's less work using Ann's dumplings. And I mean, guys, self-explanatory. And you should notice at this point the water is having those same bubbles, but significantly lower. If you'll take your pot and twist it to the side, tilt it to the side, you can see that it's getting really low, and our rice is almost done. You just want to give it about 5 more minutes so that that water can boil out, and you'll have perfectly cooked rice, ladies. That's all it takes. Throw it right in there with some boiled water, a little bit of salt, and leave it alone. Only add more water if you happen to look at the rice and it still seems a little undercooked. Otherwise, let the water boil out. Once it starts getting a little bit lower, where I can more clearly see the rice, which it's starting to do now, I would just take my fork, and you want to give it a little swirl. At this point, the water is getting lower to the point where it can burn the bottom at the bottom of the rice, but it's not quite done. You do want to turn your fire down a little bit at this point, because it's almost time, ladies. And as promised, now you can more clearly see your rice. You want to take a fork and go ahead and make sure we don't have anything sticking to the bottom because the rice is done, ladies. At this point, you want your burner completely off because we are done cooking the rice. It looks amazing. And I did add a little bit of salt and pepper to mine as it got a little bit lower. I like it to kind of cook in there and then also kind of top it off with some salt and pepper. And sometimes I do put like a little bit of butter in there, but since this rice is just gonna be what I sit my chicken pastry on top of, I don't really want it to be too much going on to it because I like to add cheese, but some people do not. So I'm gonna show you how I like it. So initially, you can put that little piece of butter in there to get a little bit more creamier. I guess that's what it's for. I don't know, but Mom always did that, and I don't want it. So not this time. I just want to put my cheese on there with black pepper and salt. So if you've made it this far in the video, just go in the comments for me right now, and I need you to put me a french fry emoji, or what's more fitting, let's actually, I know, I want you guys to leave the emoji of a bowl of rice. That's what I need y'all to do right now. Stand it up. Okay. And I just want to put it right here in the middle because I'm about to drench this up. Okay, don't you worry, baby. So I make a little tuft like so, and I get the best part, baby. I gotta pull it close so the juices don't run, baby. And I get me a little lighter, and I mean, you just put it right there. Like that, baby? You like that, baby? Do you like that, baby? Ooh. Now, you know, I am here for the chicken pastry. The rice is just an addition, so I like my chicken pastry ratio to be pastry 2 to rice 1. But, you know, do whatever rocks your boat. It's not the most appealing meal, but we don't know if anything looks good inside of our stomach. So, it don't matter. You might as well eat ugly food. Because this is worth it. Like, wow. You guys, we did it. In literally about an hour and 5 minutes, we have, wow, chicken pastry. Thank you guys for tuning in. Catch you guys on the next video, because it's about to be over for this baby. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, because it's out. And we going in, baby. Peace.